This is a spiritual conversation between Basavanna and his disciple Dharmesha. In the serene lands of 12th century Karnataka, where devotion blended with deep wisdom, Basavanna, the mystic, poet, and social reformer, walked with the stillness of the eternal. He carried no scriptures, yet every word he spoke was soaked in the realization of the divine. One morning, as the temple bells echoed and the birds sung over the river banks, his young disciple Dharmesha approached him, his face shadowed with confusion. Guruji, Dharmesha said, bowing respectfully, you've often taught us that the soul, the Atman, is beyond birth and death. Eternal, untouched. But then, why does karma bind the soul? If it is untouched, how can it be affected by actions at all? Basavanna looked at him with compassion and smiled. A question many seekers trip over. Come, let's not answer it with words alone, let's understand it with life itself. They walked to a nearby lotus pond. The flowers bloomed proudly over murky water. Basavanna asked, look at the lotus, child. Is it touched by the mud it grows in? Dharmesha replied, no, Guruji. It rises from the mud but remains unstained. Basavanna's eyes gleamed. Just like the soul, the Atman is pure, just like the lotus. But just as the lotus needs mud to rise, the soul, while untouched, needs the body-mind to express itself. And here is where karma begins. Dharmesha frowned slightly, trying to grasp it. Basavanna continued, the lotus is not dirty, but if you confuse the mud with the lotus, you'll believe it is stained. In the same way, the ego, the mind-body identity, acts, and those actions are bound by karma. Not the Atman, but the false self. Basavanna picked up a small iron ball from the blacksmith's hut nearby. He placed it in the blazing fire until it glowed red hot. Then he asked, is this ball fire? Dharmesha replied, no, Guruji, it's still iron, just heated. Exactly, Basavanna said. Now touch it. Dharmesha hesitated. It will burn me. Basavanna laughed. Yes, though the iron is not fire, it behaves like fire when in contact with it. Similarly, the soul is pure, but when it associates with the mind-body complex, it behaves as if it is bound, as if karma can touch it. This is the illusion of avidya, ignorance. They came to a small hut. Basavanna picked up a mirror coated with dust. He asked, can you see yourself in it? Barely, Guruji, Dharmesha replied. Basavanna gently wiped the mirror clean. Now? Yes, now it's clear. Basavanna said softly, the soul is always pure, but the dust of karmic impressions vasanas on the mind obscures its true reflection. You think the soul is bound, but it is the mind that's carrying the dust. Karma does not bind the Atman, it binds the false identity that has forgotten who it is. Dharmesha sat at Basavanna's feet, tears of understanding in his eyes. So Guruji, he whispered, the soul is like the sky, vast and free, but we live under the illusion of being a cloud. Basavanna smiled. Yes, child, the soul is untouched, eternal. But until you know yourself as that, karma appears to bind. The moment you awaken, the moment you know, I am not the doer, the illusion of bondage breaks like a dream at dawn. That night, as Dharmesha meditated, he didn't try to become free. He realized he already was free. And in that stillness, Shiva was there. Moral of the story. The soul is not bound. The illusion of bondage arises from misidentification with the ego. Karma binds the mind, not the Atman. The more we identify with the false self, the more we feel the weight of karma. True meditation is remembering who we are, not the doer, but the witness. When we realize the soul is ever free, karma becomes a play, not a prison.